thinking? She said my name was Irish and you were thinking we fucking love Irish people. Leprechauns, limericks and lucky fucking charms. And then I started talking, you're like, fuck. We got a grumpy one. Oh, mention the fucking rugby now, dickhead.
You were lucky.
I know the next thing you're fucking thinking as well, and you're thinking, did that motherfucker just bring a backpack on that stage? Is he going to take that with him when he leaves? And what the fuck do you do if I don't? Is there any other Irish people in here? You? Whatever the fuck he does, you do. Was there another one? Where are you from? Oh, you're proper Irish though. You're from the south, you north or south thing? You're north, where are you from? County Down. Whereabouts? Oh, lovely. It's like a get together up here. You know, so many fucking. I know both of them that way, right? You know, we're in the same fucking WhatsApp group. The people in the front row are now asking themselves another question, though, aren't you? You're going, Irish, mate. What the fuck are you wearing on your feet? Oh, yeah, look at this. What do you see? These fuckers. Look at these bad boys. Eh? What the actual fuck? I have been married to my wife for 16 years. I got a promotion at work. I'm from a council estate in Belfast. And she thought this was a good look for me. Right? And you are all fucking posh fuckers around here. You know what that means, don't you? These are genuine Christian Louboutins. So, I'm no kidding, I'm not joking. And like when they came out of the box, I was like, babe, they look fucking expensive. How much did they cost? She was like 600 quid. I was so fucking angry, I missed the bit where she said per shoe. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've only ever seen shoes like this, you know, on those high-end actresses in those online movies that you and I definitely don't watch. Never. You look guilty as fuck, he's still watching. You find he goes to the toilet several times a day. Yeah, he's only going for a poo once. Every time he's in there, he's watching them movies we like. You know what I mean? Like one of my mates said, I didn't know Christian Louboutin did slippers for men. Fucking don't do it. Jesus Christ. The irony is the most expensive thing I own and they're effectively a pair of MILF slippers. It just goes to show though there is a massive difference between, you know, women and men. You know, there is, and I think we should embrace the differences between the sexes. I really do. Like I got really drunk last night and when I was drunk I told my wife, I said 3 little words. I said, I love you. You know what? And then you know what happened? She told me the 5 most terrifying words that a husband has ever heard in his life. And women, if you don't know, it's this. Babe, I've had an idea. And look at all the husbands are like, yeah, fucking hell, you want to be a U-shaped fucking hole in the door when you hear that bastard, don't you? So I spent in drunk Irish, spent $3 grand on a fucking holiday I don't need to go on last night. Fucking brilliant. My wife thinks she's funny, she's like, because I started doing stand-up comedy, she likes to get me back. So women, if your husband isn't with you, do this. She likes to send me for sanitary products that do not exist. You have no idea how much of a twat you look asking somebody in Tesco for a tampon removal tool. True fucking story. Wasn't even a person that worked there, just a random woman walking past me. Was. And we do things differently, like, don't we, fellas? Like I got asked to go and buy a 70-year-old birthday card for my mother-in-law, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like her that much, but we do it different, right? Because I got there and there was no 70-year-old birthday cards. There was none. And a woman, you are rational human beings, women. What you would have done is you would have left that fucking shop, you would have went to a different shop, and you'd have bought the card there. Do you think that's what I did? Is it fuck? I got a 30-year-old card, a 40-year-old card, and I stapled those fuckers together. Because that's how a man's brain works. So just so we're clear, women, this is how every card you've ever had in your life, I don't give a fuck if it's for a birthday, a birth, a death, whatever. This is how men pick cards. We won't even fucking slow down. We won't stop. That's not a thing. We literally walk and we go, yep, and fuck off. Honest to God, if it takes me more than 30 seconds to buy a card, I'm fucking leaving. I'm going for a pint. It's not happening. It's not happening. We disagreed about another thing, right? Honest to God, we disagreed. My daughter wanted the TikTok. We disagreed about that. I was like, how hard can you TikTok? It's fine. There are a lot of older people in here. It's an application on your phone. We disagreed about the TikTok. We did, and I did the brave thing that all husbands do, right? I waited for my wife to go to the shops, and then we downloaded the TikTok. Fucking legend. Of course, women, you're always fucking right, aren't you? Because I was wrong about that. About 30 seconds later, my daughter is watching this little TikTok, and she comes up to me and said, "Dad, that was dead funny. High five." And I go to high five this little fucker. She slips the high five, punches me straight in the balls. Telling you, I work from home. I was cross-legged. It was ball chair. And every bloke in here knows, you know, blokes, don't you? You know that your ball sack is directly connected to your lungs, because if you get a good shot, you lose the fucking ability to breathe. I rolled out of the chair. I had to crawl to the fucking bathroom. And you don't know, young lady. You don't know, you can't. Women don't know you can't sit right. There's none of this proper shit. You are wide-legged. You are fucking giving it the beans. They're just eyes are up here. Jesus, you dirty bitch. Straight at my balls she was then. Straight in, boom. Wow. I wasn't going to do this next joke, but I am, because you're a saucy little kid. I like you. Everyone here is going to fucking love this next bit. You, however, not so fucking much. Because what happened, right, because there's men in here of a certain age. I was on the phone on a Saturday night, right, I was phoning back home. I don't know why we do this anymore, it should be like that, shouldn't it, really? I was phoning back home, I was talking to my mate, right, we were reminiscing about the, you know, the 80s and the 90s. And the young people, there's actually young people down there, I've seen them there, the fucking smoke dude, whatever his fucking name is. Spliff guy, yeah, young people. Young people don't know that before mobile phones, a good day at the office was when you found a porn magazine in a bush. That was, remember that? And it was like an extra special day if the pages weren't stuck together. Oh, the Posh people didn't like that one. But then the Mecca, wouldn't it, fellas? The Mecca was when you found your dad's VHS stash. Remember that? Remember that? But then young people don't know, right? What you had to do, young people, is you had to rewind it back to the point you started, otherwise your dad would know. You know? And then at some point in your life you realised that where I started was where he finished. And honest to God, one time I felt so sorry for him. The pool cleaner had only just turned up. Yeah, so I come off this phone call, this reminiscent, you're nearly on, this reminiscent phone call, right? And my son, my teenage son, he says to me, he says, hey dad, what's a wank bank? And young people, you won't know, this is what you had to do back in the day, right? Lads know, 80s, 90s, back in the day, what'd you do? You had to find the woman that you found attractive, right? You had to go up to that woman, you had to stare at her, right? You had to look at her, you had to look at her. Oh, she's getting fucking kicky! There was a slap happening there, you had to stare at her, right? You had to look at her, and you just go, click. And you're on the wank bank now. About midnight tonight, you're going to feel a flutter in the funny area. Sorry, Southampton, I do apologise. A minge tingle. And you're going to be wondering, what the fuck is that? That would be me. Cracking one out over you. I'm so sorry. What is your name? Helen. Oh, Helen, it's nice to meet you, Helen. You know what they say, Helen? It's always nice to put a face to a name. Sir, sit behind Helen, what's your name? Paul, it's nice to meet you, Paul. I'm not gonna lie to you, Paul, I gotta tell you the truth, I really do. Got a little bit of you in that picture. About midnight tonight, Paul. Me, you and Helen, you're gonna have a great time. So I'll leave you this, right? So I went over to Ireland, right? And I went to a wedding, and I was, I go call over to my brother's house. He still lives in the same council estate we grew up in, right? So I call over to my brother's house, and I'm in an office, believe this or not, I'm an officer in the Royal Navy, right? So I have a strong accent, I not thought about that shit the other way around. I stepped through the door, take a phone call from my mate officer guy called Rupert Cash. You fuckers probably know, he lives around here, I'm sure, he's rich as fuck. He's got so much money, it's ridiculous. And I didn't realise that I changed my accent when I talked to old Roops. And they're going, oh yes, Roops, it's a little bit nefarious. We shall have to talk about it on Monday. Ta-ta for now. And I hang up the fucking phone. And I turn round and my very Belfast brother's looking at me, wishing he had one of those fucking things to throw at my head. I was like, and he's looked at me and goes, when did I get a posh prick for a brother? And I was like, I'm not posh, come on, I'm not posh. I'm the same guy that comes from this council estate. And I look at my wife and I says, my wife, you tell him I'm not posh. You know what she says? Ask him what he had for breakfast. Had a poached egg, some smashed avocado, with some shavings of smoked salmon. And I shit you not, he looks at me and he goes, you're right, you're not a posh prick. You, my friend, are a cunt. And he just walked out the room. My dad was there. He didn't say a fucking word. He just stood up and followed him out. And I was devastated. I was so gutted, right? You know why? I was so gutted. Like, I'm still from that fucking place. You know what happened? I looked down and all I could see were these fucking shoes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to do a thing before I go, because that is my time. You people are genuinely beautiful, and I don't think you want to miss out on what Helen's going to get tonight. So, I've been Irish, and here we go. Well done, you can take a joke of the side.
Are you really a man?
Yes, mate, yeah.
Ex-rap.
No, I'm not a shit on you twice.